Since its release, the Radiomaster Boxer has been incredibly popular. The first version was a standard radio that came with Radiomaster's V4 gimbals, but you could upgrade them to the CNC AG01s if you wanted to. We then saw the clear cased version, the Boxer Max, which included all of those lovely extra features. And today we have a new version called the Boxer Crush. Now, as you've seen from the thumbnail, this radio is certainly not the same color as this box. What I'm going to do today is walk you through what is changed, what is new, what is not, and at the end I'm going to share with you my thoughts. Now, just before we do that though, I just need to be clear in saying that Radiomaster did send me this Boxer over to take a look at or review here today for free. They have not paid me to make this video, they have not seen this video before it's been published, and as always, my thoughts are entirely my own. So, as you've seen from the thumbnail, Radiomaster have released the Boxer in a new range of colours. Now, they're calling this the Boxer Crush. It is overall the same radio as the Boxer, but it does have a couple of different accessory layouts compared to some of the others. It's not the same as the standard, but it's not the same as the Max either. As I showed in the thumb, the version that I've got here is this fantastic lime green. It is available in 7 different colours, and we'll take a look at that a little bit more later on as well. Now, before we get into looking closer at the radio, I just want to explain how it comes. If you've not seen what you get with the Boxer, you get it in this really nice soft protection case. This is phenomenal. It fits absolutely fine in my backpack. It's really good for protecting the radio, but not only do you have that, Radiomaster always ship it with this silicone gimbal protector. Protects the switches and gimbals to stop them moving around and getting damaged in transit. You then have this little strap that holds it in place as well. Included with the radio is a couple of accessories. So we have a little Radiomaster keychain of a Boxer, which is very cool. We have some additional screws and accessories. There is a screen protector included as well. And somewhere there's a USB-C port for updating the firmware and charging the battery. Now, this radio is overall the same radio as the Boxer in the sense of it has the same main specifications. So this radio is an express ELRS radio capable of up to 1 watt of RF output. It has been my favourite radio period up until now. For those who watch the channel regularly, you'll know I am a huge fan of the Boxer. It pretty much ticked every box as being perfect for me, and whilst there are a couple of things that I think could be improved upon, it has been certainly up to now the best balance of everything that I've looked for in a radio. Now, the real great thing about the new Boxer Crush is not only the fact that it's available in 7 different colours, but it also comes pre-installed with Radiomaster's AG01 full CNC Hall effect gimbals. Now, if you haven't seen these, they are machined CNC aluminium gimbals. They are incredibly smooth. They've got quad precision ball bearings, really solid. In fact, I'd go as far as to say these are the best gimbals available on the market today. And whilst these are usually available as an upgrade for the standard Boxer, they are including them as standard with the new Boxer Crush. Now, if you were to buy a Boxer on its own from Radiomaster, the standard version, you can get it for $139.99 with their normal plastic version 4 gimbals. If you were to go then and upgrade those gimbals, you would have to pay another $130 for these. However, Radiomaster are selling the new Boxer Crush with these gimbals pre-installed for $189. You're paying just $50 more over the standard Boxer price to get a radio that not only has one of 7 different colour shells, but also the AG01s installed as standard. Now, the rest of the switches and buttons are predominantly plastic. The roller wheel on the Radiomaster Boxer is always metal, so that is the same. But this isn't the same as you get on, say, the Max version. It doesn't have all the metal buttons down here and the metal control knobs. This is basically a standard Boxer, but pre-installed with the AG01s, and I think Radiomaster are doing a great deal here considering you're just paying $50 more to get them done from the factory. Now, looking around the radio, it has overall the main set of features as the normal Boxer. So we have our single latching arming button on the top left corner, our momentary button on the top right. We have 2 2 position switches on the outside, 2 3-position switches on the inside, 2 potentiometers, 4 trim switches, a single channel 6-position switch for mode selection. You then have your Edge TX controls down the bottom, our gimbals in the middle, and then our power button and speaker there. Looking around the rest of the radio, everything is the same. So this is the Express LRS version with that 1 watt Express LRS module built in, which fully supports the backpack functionality as well. The antenna for that is built here. It is removable. It's not foldable though, but it is removable via that connector. Looking around the rest of the radio, you still have the same I/O. So we have a headphones jack, trainer port, as well as a USB port up here for updating the firmware. And then there's another USB-C port on the bottom here for charging the battery. Radiomaster have a separate data port compared to charging port. That charging port supports fast charging on this radio. For instance, that supports QC 3.0 fast charging up to 2 amp max. The radio itself features the same 2.5-inch display, which has a 128 by 64 pixel resolution. It is the same monochrome non-touch display as we've seen on the previous Boxer, and really the big changes on this one compared to the others is the shell color that you're getting on this Crush model. This has those amazing AG01s. I am a huge fan of these gimbals. Full CNC metal. They are absolutely solid, incredible smooth. And whilst I'm not going to sit here and tell you they're going to make you a better pilot, they just have such a nice feel on them. These ones come with the standard stick ends installed, but you can get additional stick ends from Radiomaster as well. I have the upgraded ones on my daily driver Boxer. Now, the colour scheme on this radio is obviously a mixture of green and black. On all of the Crush models, it's the same. So the colour of the shell may change, but it is black parts fitted. So you've got the black CNC gimbals. We flip it over. We've got the black rubber grips on the side, the black battery bay door, as well as the black module bay cover. Now, for those who've not used a Boxer before, it does support a full external module as well. You can put in the Crossfire, you can put in there the Radiomaster Bandit, the Radiomaster Ranger, any other JR Bay module will work in here, no problem at all. And battery-wise, it does come with a battery box included. At the moment, I actually removed it because I was using my Radiomaster battery in there. It does come with this little case that will take 2 18650s, but I personally usually use the Radiomaster 6200 milliamp hour battery. That fits into you no problem at all. You then have your battery input connector down there, and you'll also notice under the battery you have the area here for your SD card. There you can see I've installed the Radiomaster 6200 milliamp hour battery. It is an additional option, but it will give you up to 20 hours of flight time. Now, as I've said, once the radio is powered up, you see it does have the same display as before. Just to be clear, I do still have the screen film on this one. That flickering that you can see there is simply the difference in frame rate between my camera that I'm recording on and the display on this radio. I have actually turned the brightness right down so you can see that there without too many problems. Now, this radio does come pre-installed with Edge TX as standard. I'm not going to go through all of the features and capabilities of Edge TX. There really isn't anything specific in Edge TX for this radio. It works exactly the same as it does on all of them. You have all the usual features and capabilities. So for instance, you've got all of the model options, so you can scroll through there, all of the normal settings. Then if I go into system, you have all of the stuff that's pre-installed. So they even install games on these radios as well. If you want to play things like Asteroids, Breakout, Pong, all installed as standard. You also have that Express LRS Lua script installed. So again, if I just press the button, that will take us into the Express LRS section of this radio. It does have that full 1 watt of RF output capable module, supports backpack, so you can select the packet rates up to F1000. It supports all of the options for telemetry ratio. So if I just go to there you go, you can see F1000 on the packet rates. We can go down then to the TX power settings. You can select up to that 1000 milliwatts or 1 watt of RF output, and then you have all the additional functionality that you've come to expect in Express LRS as well, including Wi-Fi connectivity, backpack, Bluetooth joystick, all of the usual stuff. You also have the games included with this as well, which you can play via the gimbals. So here we've got Pong, as you can see. I'm playing that on the radio. So if you're bored, waiting for a battery to charge whilst out in the field, don't worry, you'll find plenty to do. Now, another really nice feature of the Boxer is the fact that they do include this carry strap mounted on the back. It's not a plastic one, so it's not going to easily break. It is a cloth strap that is very well screwed in place, absolutely solid, perfect for carrying the radio. You don't have to worry about carrying it by the antenna or anything like that, and you're going to have no worries with that potentially breaking off. Now, one of the other major selling points of this version is the fact that it does come with the AG01 CNC gimbals as standard. These are just phenomenal. I do have a dedicated review on these. The nice thing about them is that they do offer full control from the front as well, so you can adjust the gimbals by these screws here, here, and here. And there is some adjustment via the back as well under the rubber grips. They are just one of the best upgrades that you can make on your radio. They are incredibly solid, incredibly smooth, and are just the pinnacle of gimbal that is available on the market today. That isn't actually to say that their V4 gimbal isn't very good, because it actually is. It's still one of the best gimbals that you can get in a radio, but this AG01 is just phenomenal. Full Hall sensor, loads of ball bearings, incredibly smooth, and we'll take the radio apart and have a look at the back of them just to give you an idea of that, because they are pretty much completely CNC. There's the odd plastic part, but really the majority of the gimbal is metal. Now, in my original review, I did tear this radio down, but it's been a while, so let's do it again. Now, to get this radio apart is fairly straightforward. You need to take the back battery cover off, the module bay cover. These little covers here on the side just peel back, and you can just peel them off like that. These are rubber grips that are on the edges, really very soft as well, nice and easy to fit. You'll also see now I've removed this that there are the holes here for adjusting some of the features on the gimbals if you need to as well. You can see in those holes that there is a screw there. There you go. You can see it on either side. Now, to take the radio apart, we've got 4 screws, if I recall. So it's just that one, that one, that one, and that one. Now, these are not Phillipses. These are actually hexes. So I'm going to need to get myself my hex driver to get in there. Now, you are going to need one that's got a little bit of depth in it to allow you to get in. The great thing about the Boxer is that when you take it apart, there is no wires between the back and front shell, whilst you should always be careful taking the radio apart, and there is a security sticker on the bottom. You are not going to have to worry about there being any wires that could get caught. So those are free. We're then going to just carefully separate the back shell off the radio, and then just going to peel down. There is a warranty void sticker, so obviously don't remove this unless you need to. And then that reveals the inside of the radio. Now, when you look around the inside of the Boxer, you'll see that predominantly everything is connected to one board, and then there's this smaller daughter board for the Express LRS module. Your corner switches are mounted directly to the PCB, but your front switches are not. They are on little connectors, and they are fairly easily replaceable. You can see Radiomaster do put gunk over the connections as well, this type of glue, to make sure that everything stays in place, so you should have no problems with wires breaking off there. Then our gimbals are connected down here to these connections here and here. You've got wires coming down the side there. Everything again is glued nicely in place. There's very little chance of anything coming loose in this radio. Radiomaster do a great job on their build quality. In fact, you can even see it on the Express LRS module here. They have gunk to hold on the connection that goes up to our port for the antenna. This is an actively cooled module in this radio, 1 watt as I've said, and there's a little fan down here that blows airflow up over the top, and then that's blown out the top by these little vents here. That airflow is then dragged in around the shell of the radio. There is our battery connector. We can see our little rumble motor down there for our haptic feedback. And there are several other unused connectors on this board if you look at it. So here you've got the connections if you want to install the LEDs around the gimbals. I have that on my other radio. I'll put something up on the screen to show you that, just so you've got an overview of what it looks like. With regards to working on this radio, there really isn't a lot you would need to do. You can see your battery is mounted over here for the internal clock. You will need to take this radio apart if you do need to get to that. It isn't accessible from the back shell. But other than that, there really should be no great need to go inside the radio. Now, just showing you the back of the AG01 gimbals there, pretty much everything is metal. There is the odd plastic part, like this little arm here and that little arm there, but most of the parts are metal. You're certainly not going to have any problems with bits breaking off on this one. It's a phenomenally solid gimbal, and there has been, as far as I'm aware, no reported issues at all. I've never seen anyone have an issue with them. They are absolutely fantastic. They are full Hall sensor gimbals. You can see the Hall sensors there and the Hall sensor there, and it is a really great upgrade, but you don't have to buy it with the radio. You can buy these separately as well from Radiomaster. Overall, there really isn't a lot more than that to show you on the inside of the Boxer. Now, alongside this green colour you see here, Radiomaster have 6 other colours available as well. We have a red, we have a blue, we have a charcoalish grey, there's a white, a really bright looking pink, as well as a yellow. If they're all as vibrant as this, I think they're going to look fantastic, and it's great to see Radiomaster continue to develop the Boxer whilst the fundamentals of the radio remain the same. Overall, it's good to have lots of different options. We have the basic Boxer, you've got the Crush, you've got the clear shells, you've got the Max. There's a Boxer to suit every person's needs, but the great thing is the base fundamentals of the radio are the same. It's the same great Boxer with the same great features, which means you're getting a great radio just with a lot of other options that you can choose. Now, price-wise, as I've said, the new Boxer Crush comes in at $189.99 and is designed to sit right in the middle of the range. At the top end, you have this, the Boxer Max. Not only does it come with that carbon fiber looking shell, has the full metal gimbals, but all of the controls and buttons here are metal as well. Whilst all 3 of these radios have the metal roller wheel, the Boxer Max has metal potentiometer knobs, metal buttons down here, metal power button. It has leather side panels as well. It has the integrated kickstand at the back, and overall this is the Max, the top end model, and that is $259.99. You then, on the other side, have the standard Boxer. This actually isn't a standard Boxer. It was, but I have upgraded it with the AG01 gimbals. The standard version with the plastic gimbals is available for $139.99. If you were, though, to try and build this as I've got it here with the AG01s, you'd be paying $139.99 plus another $130 for these gimbals. But the Boxer Crush is a great deal because you're getting all of that for just $50 more over the standard model. And I think for 99% of people out there, this is going to be the best choice. One of 7 colours available, so you can pick a colour that best suits your personality, best suits what you feel is right for you. I think the blue and the pink actually look absolutely phenomenal, but the green is very, very nice as well. Now, I am a massive fan of the Boxer and I have used it extensively since its release. There is literally about only one complaint that I have on the Boxer, and that is I do wish the 2 outside switches were 3 position instead of 2 position. That is the only thing on this radio I wish was different. It is still today my favourite radio. It is my go-to radio, and actually I'm going to make this one my go-to radio now rather than my traditional one, although that does mean I'm going to have to put the LED rings in this one. I might do a video on that in the future, so if you're interested in seeing that, please do make sure you are subscribed. Now, if you want to order one of these, there will be links to them in the description. I want to be crystal clear in saying that they are affiliate links. Radiomaster are one of the only brands that I use affiliate links with on this channel. If you don't want to use them though, just go directly to Radiomaster's website. Definitely worth a look if you're interested in getting a Boxer. As I've honestly said, it's one of the best radios out there today. Now, before we wrap this one up, I want to say a big thank you to Radiomaster for sending this one over. If you're interested in getting one, as I've said, there is a link below. I just also want to say a big thank you to you for spending some time watching this video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I will try and answer them. And finally, I just want to say, if you'd like to support me to allow me to keep making content in the future, please do consider checking out the links to my Patreon as well as Buy Me a Coffee. It is only through the support of my patrons I'm able to keep making content on this channel. And if you'd like to support us to make content in the future, please do consider checking it out. Anyway, that's it from me on this one. I hope you find it interesting. Let me know what you think. Stay safe. I will speak to you soon.